Hey there guys, what's up? It's JP here. I'm back with another Hearthstone daily quest video here. This is over the weekend, of course, so I just do a bit more of a casual layback one. Um, so let's see what the daily quest for today is. It is win 5 games with Druid or Rogue. Alright, so this is gonna be pretty tough. This is because Rogue isn't very viable here. But we'll try the sucky Rogue deck that I made and see how things go. I'm gonna multitask a little bit here. I'm gonna surf the net and whatnot. Which is kind of unprofessional, but whatever. I don't really care. If I did this for a living, I would be dead broke. Let's face it. Ooh, fairy tales out. So I'll just read that while this is going on.
Valir versus Troll.
For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
Alright, so I'm guessing the backstab is fine. Probably don't want the other two. Violet Teacher is fine as well. You have something to do with Violet Teacher backstab. Not sure if I disconnected or he's just being a douche. Yeah, he's just being a douche, that's fine. So there's a bit of lag here. I am uploading my Diablo campaigns and stuff. Do I want to SI7 this? Do I want a Fan of Knives this? You know what, we're a Fan of Knives it. It's not great, but we'll stick with it, yeah. I do have the Edwin in this deck. It's kind of an odd miracle poser deck, I guess. Which is why I said it sucks, right? That's why the name of the deck is sucks, because it's a sucky deck. Got a 4-drop. I'm guessing this is the Piloted Shredder here. Yeah. That's usually what it is. So I'm okay taking 4 to face here.
Pay attention,
I
class.
can't do that.
I'm ready
Here
to
we go.
Might feel a little tingle.
That's not exactly what I was hoping to see, but it's not the worst thing that could have come out from there, I guess. It is pretty bad though.
Brotherhood shall come.
Perfect for him, I guess. Oh, I know what deck this is. This is the Creeparian Combo Wombo deck. Yeah, I don't have a chance against this kind of deck. My deck is too slow to beat this kind of thing. To backstab this, I guess.
I'm ready to learn.
This guy's toast.
I shall do as you say.
Oh man, that's a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician card coming out. Looks pretty badass. Sorry, I'm checking out Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. That's kind of like my pastime. Wow, are you kidding here?
Well played.
Are you freaking kidding me here? So we're trying to buy as much time. Just go face.
I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
I think he has both the Stalag and Fugan in his hand. This is really bad. Really, really bad here. On the upside, I got him down to 17 here, so if I can combo out this, I'll probably have to prep it though. Oh god. That's really, really bad. 4, 5, 6, 7.
am ready to learn. I am ready to learn.
Ah, that's like the worst one he could have gotten.
Here we go.
Instruction begins.
I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
Hey, lights out. Excuse me.
So going all face is kind of the way to go here, I think. Hopefully it doesn't. If only it didn't get this one. If it got like one of the any other of the minions, I would be in really good shape. He'd be down to 6. Now what is this
I
nonsense?
have no time for games.
Okay. Is there anything that would ruin my day here? Taunt Totem doesn't save him. So yeah, I think I might have this in the bag here. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Still did.
Well played.
Alright, so that's the first one down. Let's just queue up the next game here. That was, oh my goodness, that was so scary. Like, if he didn't have that combo, I would have actually wrestled for board control, I think. But since he had both Fugan and Stalag, I felt that there was too much pressure here. Oh, it's the same guy again. So at least now we know what kind of deck we're going against.
Your back.
We don't need to eviscerate here. This hand is not good. For some reason, like, if you guys have noticed when I play Rogue, I never get the coin, right? Like, almost never get the coin. Gadget said, this hand is appalling here. This is really, really slow, so I think this one is his to take here. Violet Teacher is probably the fastest card I can play. But even then, it's not exactly perfect here. It seems to be either some lag or he's yeah, okay, he's still deciding. No idea what he's waiting for here. I'm pretty sure he's just being a douche.
What to do?
This hand is really slow. Which, again, we know what kind of deck this is. This is less than ideal. So technically, if it does Ancestor's Call here, that would help me a little bit. So I really want to kill that off here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sure. I mean, we are on a timer against this kind of deck, but I don't feel the pressure to go ahead and have to swing for his face yet. Unless he draws a healing totem, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Here we go.
And I'll go ahead and put the Earthen Ring down, just because I need to put more pressure on him. I mean, we already know what kind of deck he's playing, so... Oh god, that's terrible. Is there any way? Okay, yeah, we have to backstab this. Or eviscerate it, rather.
Here we go.
I'm okay taking some damage to the face here. It's not the end of the world. Next time we can get 2 cards out of the Gadget's hand, which is kind of nice. It's not great, but some value is better than no value here. Oh god. Are you kidding me with this? Actually, this is better.
Here we go.
So yeah, the internet's a bit slow because I'm uploading this previous videos that I made, but that's not a big deal. Far side, okay. So the wombo combo is about to start here. We are reaching the later mana stages. Crackle. That's fine. Oh man, that's really unlucky. That's like the worst roll he could have gotten. It does put him at Overload 1, but it's not a big deal, I think. And Dr. Boom. Dr. Balance, of course, is the appropriate play. We saved the Assassin's Blade and the Sharp Tinker Sharp thing. Okay, that's fine. That's a really nice pickup, actually. Do I have lethal here? I think I do, yeah. Yeah, I do. That's fine.
Well played.
So yeah, that's 2 quick games here. Unfortunately, it's against the same opponent, so I wouldn't get to show off this sucky deck. But that's fine. I mean, the whole point is to just quickly get this over with anyways. So that's 2 games down. We got 3 more to go here. And I'm still checking out my Yu-Gi-Oh cards because Yu-Gi-Oh is awesome. It is getting a bit late though. Okay, so this is gonna be really hard. Like really hard.
Watch.
Backstab is fine. Prep, I'm not a fan of. Don't think we need the prep. Antique heal bot might be good in this matchup. That one not so much. So let's see here. I feel icky. I am ready. One of them's coming down. Oh, the spider. Yeah, there we go. I told you, man. I know this game well enough. I'm okay with using the dagger to kill this, I think.
Here we go.
Next I can foul nose and then backstab if I need to. And I can practically negate the damage here by using the Elden Ring next turn, the following turn.
I'll show them all.
So yeah, we're gonna backstab this. And we're
Here
gonna go
we
face. Just to see if it's what I think it is. Yeah. That's fine. We want it proccing on us instead of like our minions. So next will be turn 3 here. I'm guessing it's gonna be okay. That's fine. Yeah, the earthen rings are fine. Houndmaster would be a huge problem here, but
Put this apple on your head.
not entirely sure about this one. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's a huge draw actually. So is this actually.
Here we go.
I thought it was just fairly straightforward here. You should probably think about it a lot better, but oh man, what the heck is this BS? Okay, so it's one of those extreme face hunters here. He's running out of steam, so I'm pretty okay. Slush Belcher. You know what? I want the board presence and the heal, so I think that move was appropriate. I mean, I'm so many cards ahead here. At this point, I might as well just get further ahead. Yeah, he's already starting to resort to hero powers.
Here we go.
The reason why I attacked with the weapon there is because I didn't have the deadly poison, and I can practically play anything here and go ahead and do that. That's fine. I don't really care about that. I can technically a good fan of knives here. Like, I don't feel like I'm under enough pressure. I could be wrong though. Don't get me don't be mistaken here. I could be extremely wrong here and be dead next turn.
Here we go.
I mean, that was a bit of a misplay, but I'm okay with that. I'm putting on enough pressure. Wow, he even gets the eh. He's gonna go face here, I think. Yep. In typical hunter fashion.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Of course.
Thank
Alright, so that's that. Fairly straightforward game here. Surprisingly, I'm doing pretty well here. I'm not sure if it's something to do with the weekends, having not nearly as good players or something. I did draw pretty well though. Like, I mean, it wasn't an outstanding hand, but it's a decent enough. Okay, so this one is a really bad matchup. I'm pretty sure this is Mac Rogue.
I will be your death.
To which everything here is actually really bad. Maybe a Viscer we can hold on to. Actually, it might have been okay to hold on to the prep now I think about it. Prep Eviscerate. Because we're not going to have anything to combo it. And the Mech Whopper is going to be really powerful. Okay, at least we got it back here. So turn 3 I can actually play quite a lot of
The
cards.
pleasure is mine. The pleasure is mine.
I don't feel the pressure to go ahead and attack, so I'm not going to attack. Okay, maybe it's not Mech Rogue. I don't really like this, but I think I'm just
Here
gonna...
we go.
I really don't like that. But yeah, we didn't draw as well as we did in previous games, so... There was the option to just go ahead and play down the SI7, but... just dies to deadly poison, so... I didn't like it. It was a really bad turn, yeah. Yeah, this if I had a shift, I would just shift face. I think that's a lot better for play here.
Here we go. So many options.
He's got a 5-drop. Assassin's Blade. That's pretty good for him, actually. I think the appropriate response here is the Sludge Voucher. I don't really like throwing the Azure Drake into that. At the very least, this will force him to use up more cards here. He's already 2 cards ahead. I do have a lot of like solutions. Yeah, that's fine. Unless he has a sap here. Okay. okay. I don't think that's a terrible play. I don't think it was a great one, but still. He's probably considering whether to backstab this or attack it. Obviously, the logical one would be to not backstab, but to attack it. Oh, he's not going to attack it. Wow. Alright, so I'll go ahead and build up some. I'm surprised he didn't attack it here. He must have some kind of AoE or something. On the upside, that move allows me to go ahead and Doctor Boom before he does. Ah, okay, he has the Tinker Oil. Or Sprint. Okay. I mean, he's drawing a lot of cards, but he can't play all of them. He's at 9 cards in his hand already. You see, this was a mistake. See, he's just gonna attack this, so Doctor Boom is appropriate. Like turn 7 Doctor Boom is easily the most powerful play you could have made. Obviously, like Druid turn 3 or 4 Doctor Boom is stronger, but that's not the point now, is it? Like you should always play Doctor Boom when you have the chance. Looks like he has the Fan of Knives, Blade Flurry here, which is fine. The boom bots, at the very least, the boom bots are going to go to his face. Yeah.
Well played.
I know this move. Oh, they even killed a Azure Drake on the way out.
Well played.
So let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the play, I guess. Just because I'm feeling a bit of pressure here. I could have made this a little bigger, but I want to dodge the BGH here, in case he has one. Most rogues don't run silence, so I'm pretty okay with that. And I do set up kind of like for lethal next turn. Actually, I do think I have lethal. Looking at this, I get a card draw of that at least. This is Eviscerate. SI7. Let me do the math real quick here. It's... Yeah, I think I have lethal. Either way, I'm going for it, so...
Well played.
Lapdogs! All of
Here we go.
Alright. Surprisingly going pretty well today. I think this is like 4-0. In case you're wondering, yes, it is kind of like a new spin on Miracle Rogue. Just because it has the gadgets in and stuff. The main threats here are Doctor Boom and Edwin, basically. I do run the Assassin's Blade in there, but it's not nearly as powerful.
Valera versus Rexa.
Alright, so let's see if we get a good draw this time again.
What?
At least we got a coin here, which is kind of nice. Is Blade Flurry that great? It really does depend on what kind of hunter this is. I actually don't think the Eviscerate is appropriate to keep. But we'll hold... No, you know what? We'll toss it. I don't think it's appropriate against a hunter. Yeah, Fan of Knives is a much better pickup. So is the Assassin's Blade. So yeah, this hand is pretty decent. A backstab would have been perfect. SI7 would have been perfect. But I think as it is, it's pretty okay. We'll have to see though. Again, if this is like some kind of like my Huntard version of what's it called?
Here we go.
My Huntard version, then this hand is actually really bad because my Huntard is actually a really slow, control-ish deck as opposed to a really aggro one. But I don't see many people play this kind of deck, that kind of deck, so I'm guessing that's aggro. I could be wrong. He did just turn 2 steady shot me, so I mean, he doesn't have a 0 drop, so I'm no idea what he's thinking.
Here we go.
Next turn is just Earthen Ring. I sincerely doubt there's any combo of cards that would make me want to Fan of Knives. I'll say it's a Fan of Knives for the spiders. I mean, he definitely plays the spiders. Oh, of course it's Huffer. God damn it.
Eyes are open.
Put this apple on your head.
Hmm.
Here we go.
So I'm guessing that was snakes. That was my guess when I attacked. Only reason why you put this trap down after the knife juggler. It just felt very intuitive that it would be snakes. Of course, the appropriate way to play around that is to just not attack his minions. So unless he has a Houndmaster for this, I don't really care. Sludge Belcher is the appropriate play here. And we just go around it, we don't really care. At this point, you just want to do as much damage as you can. The appropriate way to beat this kind of hunter is to just go around him. Play around the traps as much as you can. Hunter's Mark, okay. That's fine, I still have a taunt, which is actually a pretty big deal against Hunter. I don't care about the high main, so I just sap it.
This guy's toast. Of course.
Here we go.
Next turn we just Assassin's Blade. He'll most likely play back the high mains here. Of course there is the option of Azure Drake as well, but I think the Assassin's Blade puts him on a much quicker timer, especially the Blade Flurry here. Ah, that is a huge problem actually. So I can't really go around that unless I draw something good. That's not great.
Here we go.
Yeah, this one I know. So I'm just gonna Blade Flurry right here.
Hey, lights out.
This puts him at 3, so it looks like we're gonna 5-0 with this deck here. So I'll just do a quick spotlight for you guys to take a look at the deck here. This deck actually doesn't do that well against most decks. For some reason I'm just killing it today. Probably because I'm just drawing well.
Well played.
Alright, so 5 wins. So here we go guys. Let me just show off the deck real quick here. Yeah, so this is the sucky deck here. 2 backstabs, a single prep. You could run double prep, but I like single prep here. 2 deadly poisons, 2 blade flurries. This is, as you can see, the blade flurries are a big deal against the current meta here. Sap is just for the control matchup. Shifts is for the more aggro matchups. Single Blood Mage Thanos, just because Blood Mage I think is really valuable in this kind of deck. You can get, it's a relatively low costing card for spell power. I mean, it's kind of even with Cobalt Geomancer, but you don't really want to run the Cobalt in this spot as opposed to the Thanos, because the Thanos, at the worst case, is going to absorb a silence. Best case, is going to give you a card. So you can cycle it out. It's really valuable here, especially with things like Fan of Knives, shifts and whatnot, even with like Blade Flurries. The BGH is in here just because Dr. Boom and any bigger minions here, but Dr. Boom is probably the biggest minion running around these days. We have the Earthen Ring Farseers just to heal up here. And then Edwin is kind of like the big threat here. You just prep, backstab, blah 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 blah. You know, spam all all the cheap spells and then drop a big Edwin. Try not to do more than 2 cards before, just so that the Edwin stays out of BGH range. But if he gets BGH, that's fine, because we do play Dr. Boom as well. The 2 SI7 agents, standard, really good card, a lot of value. Single Tinker's Sharp's Word Oil. This one's kind of like a combination of removal and face damage. It really depends on the situation. If you get it on the Assassin's Blade, go face. If you don't get it on Assassin's Blade, then just go ahead and continue using it as removal. The Violet teaches just to build up board presence, as you can tell, I think, in the first game. It synergizes well with just so many cards here. The Assassin's Blade, again, is kind of like a damage dealer. Antique Heal Bot, you could take out Assassin's Blade for a second Antique Heal Bot, but if I was going to take something out, I'll take out Sap. It really does depend on what kind of decks you're facing. If you're facing more aggro, put in the second Antique Heal Bot, take out the Sap. If you're feeling that there's a range of more control heavy decks, you can take out the heal bot and put in a second Sap. Right, these 2 cards are the most interchangeable one, I think. And because I see a little bit of both, I just put it both. Like one of each. You could argue the shift is not great in here, but I like the shift. It just gives you, like in the mirror matchup, this extra point of damage gives you something to do on those awkward like daggering turns. So yeah, the 2 Azure Drakes I think is probably the best card in this deck, just because it synergizes. It's kind of like a better Thalnos in this deck, and the 4/4 body is extremely relevant against Priest. There's 2 Sludge Vouchers for the aggro matchups. Worst case, it's eating a big silence, which is fine because it's not ideal that he gets silence, but there are other things in here that you really don't want to get silenced, like the Edwins or the Violet Teachers, even the Gadgets. So if he eats the silence, it's alright. Again, we have a single Gadget here. Gadget is actually really good nowadays if you put Prep and Sprint. That's because you're gonna get a lot of cards. Sure, it's like a turn, I think 9 combo. Maybe it's turn 10 here, I'm not sure. Minus 3, this is 4, 6, yeah. So it's a turn 10 combo, but you get 5 cards out of it. Really, really strong. And then we end off with Dr. Boom, of course. This is kind of like the biggest finisher in the deck. If you don't like the Gadget Zen in here, you can take it out and put in Ragnaros. I actually find Ragnaros to be really strong here, but Ragnaros is kind of like the BGH target. So yeah, that'll be all for me for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys really, really soon. This is JP signing out.